The police have an immediate responsibility to do something about it. There are undoubtedly issues of employment, there are issues of family structure, there are arguments about equal and unequal societies, but we don't have time to do that kind of thing. There is need for action now, otherwise there will be many more Knotty Ashes, there'll be many more burglaries, there'll be much more suffering. And I'm sorry, Sheldon, you represent, dare I say, a minority. There is a very large stirring of a majority, the kind of people that have been ringing into you, that have been expressing discontent. And I'm afraid there is that headline of the Liverpool Echo. Whose side are you on?
Lisa Mckenzie.
Whose side is the police on? Are they on the? A very simple question. Are they on the side of the lawbreaker, or those who obey the law? And at the moment, there is a profound, dangerous and debilitating ambiguity.
But David, if we haven't got time to understand that society,
we understand too much.
Society is full of holes and people fall through those gaps. Because, yes, they do. Children are excluded from school at 12 years old and they find themselves with nowhere to go to school.
Why are they excluded? Because they behave monstrously.
That's not true.
Of course it is.
That is not true.
Do you think any teacher...
Have you been in a secondary school recently?
Yes. Do you think any...
The academies treat children at the moment like they're little soldiers. And you can be excluded from school for very, very little at the moment. So what we have is we have great gaps in our society.
Of course, there've always been great gaps. They've always been great. You're just a mere idealist.
What has happened? I'm not an idealist.
Total idealist.
What happened?
We want everything to be made perfect.
And how? Well, I don't know what you want. What do you want?
Well, hang on.
I want a society which recognises that human beings are profoundly imperfect creatures, and that imperfection needs managing, and we don't need to chatter
Who is imperfect and who is perfect, though? Because that's the basic argument here, isn't it? Is who do you think is imperfect?
I think we're all... My answer to that is everybody. I believe in a form of original sin. I'm human, I think you're human, and I'm sure Michelle is. We've all got it in us to behave badly. We have all got it in us to behave well. Circumstances help to mould it, but equally so does that individual driving force, that thing that used to be called conscience. So do forms.
There used to be called opportunity as well. There used to be something called opportunity, and those opportunities are becoming less and less.
Our society offers more opportunity than ever
opportunity
before.
for young working class people to work in Amazon, for opportunities to always
if they educate themselves.
To always earn a minimum wage and never above that. The opportunity to not have anywhere safe to live. The opportunities for...
We have huge... We spend a fortune on social housing.
We don't. David, you need to find some facts here, and you need to have some... If you're going to come in here and say these sweeping statements...
Can I just suggest
you need to find some facts.
I'm trying to give you some of your shut up. Can I just point out to you...
I'm going to shut the power of you up in a minute, because I'm going to go to a break.
What you're talking about is, in fact, the failure of social intervention. Those council estates that you describe, the method of education we have, they're all the product of people like you and your myth-taking and your failure to understand
people like me what? What do you mean people like me?
Because the whole structure...
Who are you talking about?
The whole structure...
I'm going to give you my book that I wrote about the council estate that I live on.